great. Yeah, you know, it's good, but not central to the themes. I want to leave these. These are more like a second round deletions. I want to leave them in a pile there, and just do another. I mean, this is not 60 cards. This is like 80 cards. So we still need to do even a third round of trimming. And I already have gone into the next video, and that's fine. These always get put in a playlist one after the other. Actually, this guy's good, but I'm going to pass. Same here. Yeah, for sure. Keeping all the mutates so far. Now, I think I'm going to get rid of Renata and leave Nylea. Cards that draw a card are really good in this deck, I think. I'm going to need to draw cards elsewhere. I don't have any draw spells. I'm going to take this guy out, even though he's great. High-end tricks. Yeah, the Hydras are really good. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a dreaded count, because I've got so many good cards that even good cards need to be taken out. Okay, so Storrev is the commander. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 30. That's already half the creatures that I need. Okay, let's see how many we have here. Maybe we're close to 60. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Who would know? I'm at 58. That's wonderful. That is wonderful, because I felt really bad about having to get rid of any of these cards. I really did. So I actually have to pick 2 from my from here. And I want to know roughly where I am in the curve. I want to know how my curve is doing. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1-drops. I don't need any more 1-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't need any more 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 3-drops. Maybe I could use 1 3-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, no more 4-drops. Maybe a 3-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry. Crossing to 8. 8 5-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 6-drops. 1, 2, 2. So yeah, okay. So maybe 2 3-drops, 2 good 3-drops. I think will fall right in at the right place in the curve. All right. It's a 4-drop. I mean, what is it that I took out that I needed? I would say extra mana. I already have a good number of flyers. This guy's a 4-drop. He's got haste. I'm not on devotion. I don't really care about the devotion for this guy. And when you gain life, I never do in here. I'm going to say no to these heavier critters, all of them. The X spell doesn't fly, doesn't do anything else, doesn't do anything extraordinary. This flyer is not that great. This flyer is not that great. Yeah, okay. Those are not, my 2 cards are not in there. Really like this guy, even though they're 1-drops, they may not enter in the right place in the curve, but there are cards that I got rid of that I thought were really going to help me in some way. I'm not really super mega all in on counters. This guy's powerful. Another mana dork that draws me a card. I just don't gain enough life to care about this card, even though it's good. So I think we're in this territory for the 2 cards. I know I was aiming for a 3-drop, but for a couple of 3-drops, a little too heavy, I think, for what I need, even though it's a great card. It's got Naturalize stapled to it. I like that. These are the stapled Naturalize cards. And then the Mana Dorks. Very strong on the right. This guy can get big, but he would have to enter early, so I'm going to say no. Whenever another green creature enters, no, too heavy on the. So I think we're really talking about, I would say 1 stapled Naturalize, this guy, and then 1 Mana Dork. And I think of these, the one that can get really big is this one. This one draws me a card, that's good, but no. Playing around with counters, and mana of any color is not that great in a 2-color deck, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to say these 2 cards. One is a 3-drop and one is a 2-drop. I already have plenty of 2-drops, but it helps that later on in the game, it gets big. I mean, it gives me a ton of mana, triple mana. Okay, so I think this is our deck. And I think I have enough time because I blew over the 15-minute limit anyways. This is going to be video 3. And I'll just go card by card for the 60 cards. I'm pretty sure I don't need to do a count, and I'm not going to. So this is going to be a Storrev with Umori deck. This is going to be the final build. And I've played with almost every one of these cards, and many of them in constructed in the theme. Death Touch, Flying, Graveyard, Death Touch, more Death Touch, Graveyard. Graveyard gets really big. I lost the game to this guy this morning. Another Flyer, Dig In, beautiful artwork. Anti-Flyer, very good. Seeds Graveyard can get me lands. Mana Dork, Tutor, Graveyard. Seeds my graveyard, and it has Death Touch. Can become a gigantic Mana Dork mid to late game. Death Touch and leaves behind Flyers. A bunch of tokens that I can sack for various reasons. I can mutate to them because they're not human. And with 3 I can sack them and take control of somebody else's creature. Graveyard Trick. counters of many types. Counters don't hurt, and I wanted to have as many mutate as possible. Destroy spell. It's got a little lifelink. It doesn't hurt. More death touch. Stapled naturalize. Attractor to kill off critters. Draws cards. Sacking. Just a beater, and if I can afford to discard. Sacking for draw, very good. Gives me tokens to help me outlast. Lets me look at my deck for additional creatures. Gets big with creatures in my graveyard and can act as a wall mid-game, not that I care. Fantastic, I already discussed it in another video. More mutate goodies. More mutate goodies. And more mutate. Gets me permanent out of the graveyard. Another gets me permanent out of the graveyard. Again, same trick. Draws cards. Gets me creatures out of the graveyard. Flyer, very good flyer. Draw cards when I hit with non-humans, which I have plenty of. More mutate goodness. Kind of like a necropotence effect, where I look at the top 3 cards and I draw one of those. It's kind of like almost like an auto scry 3. Draws a lot of cards because creatures die in combat. Or I can sacrifice them and they die. Yeah, milling of both graveyards to hit. Nice critter that forces your opponent to do weird things. A doubler. Reanimator helper with lifelink. More mutate goodies. End of game, bunch of tokens to help you outlast. A reanimator that flies. Fight tricks for your opponent's flyers. Trampler, big flyer, and another attractor creature that is effectively a board wipe. Big Hydra, and a very versatile creature. So that happens to be the deck, and that is Storrev with Umori.